Hello guys, si Kersan Velocity at welcome sa episode 8 ng larutan ng Detective Conan, The Legendary Treasure of Strange Rock Island. Okay, tuloy natin. Okay, alam ko na kung ano kailangan natin gawin guys, kaya lang hindi ako sigurado kung makukuha natin yung susunod na event kasi baka mamaya na na error ko na yung game, so baka tingnan natin. Teka. Next, yung una natin kailangan gawin, balik tayo sa bahay ni Isamu. Ito, kala ko hindi siya na interactan eh. Kailangan din pala talaga i-interact dito. Oh, some Mikey sneakers. Imbis na, para makaiwas sa trademark eh, no? This new line just came out last month, right? I didn't see any other shoes with mud, so this Mikey must have been used on the night of the incident. But why did he use this on a rainy day, even though he had other shoes? Nakuha na natin isa pang keyword, so sneaker. Mikey sneakers found in Isam. Wait a sec. According to Kyoko's story, Isamu brushed the sneakers he had just bought. But were the sneakers we saw in Isamu's house scratched? Check natin. Isamu's sneakers. They don't have the cut that Kyoko mentioned. What does this mean? Are these different sneakers? Malamang. Isamu's sneakers. They should be scratched, but somehow the cut has disappeared. In other words, somebody must have switched them in secret. Sino ang tanong? Teka. Tapos to kailangan natin footprints coming out from Isamu's house and going in a circle motion around it. Footprints. If we consider that the sneaker in Isamu's house are not brushed, it's possible that someone may have switched them, which means there is another pair of the same Mikey sneakers. 2 sets of footprints and 2 sets of sneakers. Wait a second. If we compare the footprints around the house and the ones coming back from Kunio's house, that's it. I understand now. The reason why those footprints felt strange is that this person's center of gravity is wrong. This footprint from the garden has a normal center of gravity, in contrast to this footprint which has on the toes. In other words, these were made while walking backwards. I see. We were thinking that these footprints were made when Isamu returned from Kunio's house, but in fact they were made walking backwards from Isamu's to Kunio's house. This also explains the reason why there are no scratch marks on the sneakers, which means it looks like the suspect was racking his brain. I should try investigating more about that person. So, sino si Kunio? Kunio descends from a branch family of the Shimamuras, and he's third in line of succession. So, wala dito. So, kailangan natin siyang i-research. Ganun, teka. Balik tayo sa bahay niya. Actually, alam natin kung nasan siya eh. Pasapin nga natin. The sneaker footprints in the mud. Don't talk to me. I'm in the middle of an important investigation. Alam na nga natin nawalaan na ni Conan kung paano ginawa eh. Andito siya sa likod, diba? Ay, wala. Pumalit sa kanya si Satomi. I'm here because I had an appointment, but the time of the big clock in the entrance hall is a bit behind. I wonder if this person had already come and then left. May kausap siya dapat, kaya lang may problema yun. Check natin dito. Check natin yung clock muna. It's true. As Satomi said, the time is a bit behind. The clock has been out of sync since yesterday. It had never fallen behind during all these years. Should we open it and investigate? Ba't kaya? Huh? Something stuck in one of the cog wheels. This is... May cellphone na naman. It's a mobile phone. Why would it be in a place like this? Ayan, check natin. Dalawa na lang kulang natin. Mobile phone hidden in the clock on the wall, on the hall. Whose is it and why was it in such a place? Yung suspect, gano'n kaya yon? O since nandito na rin tayo, check natin. No one's here. They're all gone to search for the stone monuments. It seems they haven't found a new one yet. And kasi kailangan natin nandito sila eh. Yun yung susunod na sequence natin. Kaya lang, tignan natin, kung di ko siya matitrigger within this episode, magbabacktrack na lang muna ako. O since nandito tayo, explore muna tayo sandali. Come to think of it, I talked to Kyoko earlier, and she said that long ago she used to go up onto the rooftop of this mansion to watch the sea. It seems there's a ladder somewhere in this mansion, and with it you can go up to the roof. It sounds very interesting. I'd like to go there too. Yung nakita nating parang bar, ano kaya yun? Andito na ngayon si Kogoro. Those damn kids are playing detective again. Myself is all that is needed. Actually, hindi. O buti, umalis ka dyan. I think I get it now. The ladder that goes to the rooftop Nikki mentioned must be this iron bar. However, it's covered with rust. If I climb using such a ladder, it will probably break. Mangi tayo na tulong to sa dun sa kay yung butler. Oh dear. Being energetic is a good thing. But please don't go running around. Why was there a phone in a place like this? One can't misplace a cell phone in such a spot. Hindi, dapat siya kakausapin ko. Being energetic is a good thing. But please don't go running around. Teka. Total, wala si Kunio dun sa spot kung nasan si Satomi. Tingnan natin kung bumalik na siya sa room niya. Sa bahay niya. Is he away? No, I can hear water running around inside. He must be taking a shower. I guess I should open this. Ano, pantalon niya ba yun? Kunio's trousers. Oh, they have some dirt on them. It looks like he wrapped them onto something that was covered with rust. Rust, yung hagdan? Isa na lang kulang nating clue. There was some dirt that looked like rust on Kunio's trousers. Wait, where have I seen the color of this rust before? I remember. There was rust on the ladder that goes out to the rooftop on the fourth floor of the mansion. This means that Kunio went out to the rooftop for some reason. I need to go to the rooftop and examine it. Mobile phone. Di kaya sa kanya yun? Mobile phone hidden in the clock on the wall. Whose is it and why was it in such a place? Yung isang phone, check natin. Tingnan kung meron siya masasabi doon sa bagong isang phone. Yung una. His mobile phone was inside one of the victim's coat pockets. The impact of the fall broke it beyond repair. Baka kaya yung number nito isang phone na na record doon. So kailangan natin umakyat doon sa ladder. Teka, dito pa kaya sa Tommy? I'm here because I had fun. Check natin sana mag-trigger yung event na isang kailangan ko. Kasi nakita natin yung na-discover ni Conan yung clue dun sa dun sa sneakers So kailangan mahanap natin isang sneakers. Wala pa rin. Sila dapat makakahanap nun A ladder that goes out to the rooftop? There's certainly one. But there's a steep incline up there, so it's dangerous. I shouldn't show it to children, right? Akit tayo ulit. Minutes pa lang tayo. If I lower that ladder, I'll be able to go to the rooftop. They said that it's dangerous for kids up there, so they don't want to lower it for me. Okay, I'll have to borrow the uncle's name. I'll go and talk to Takamura again. Pwede natin ipababa sa kanya, pero para nga makuha natin yung high score Huwag tayo magpapalit ng huwag tayo magsaswap. Oh, do you need anything else? Yep, I told Uncle Kagoro about the ladder that goes out to the rooftop. He said that there could be a clue up there, so he asked me to come and ask you if you could lower the ladder for him. Mr. Mori, I see. It's kept raised because being on the rooftop is a bit dangerous. It's necessary to use a rod to lower it. I'll go and bring it for you. Okay, let's go there. Talagang kailangan pansundan no? Hindi na lang quick doon. Quick travel. O yun, partially. Mr. Mori, I'm going to prepare it for you now. What? Hey, I heard that tonight's meal will be sliced fish. Takamura said that he's going to get a kitchen knife now. Oh, I look forward to it. Please hurry, I'm getting very hungry. Huh? I'll go right away then. Let me see. Was the kitchen of this mansion on the 4th floor? Napaisip tuloy. I'm going to lower it now. With this, you can go up to the rooftop. There's a steep inclination up there, so please be careful when walking around, Mr. Mori. Ando si Mori sa ito yung rooftop. Muntik malaglag. Malaglag. Ito yung bintana Huh? Some pieces of glass fell on a place like this. Furthermore, they're new, even though this is the rooftop. Where did this glass come from? Okay. Teka. Check muna natin ulit. Umulit lang. Kompleto na yata tayo. Kompleto na nga. Ayan. At least dito nabuo natin. Doon sa unang game, mayroon tayong dalawang clues na hindi natin nahanap eh. Recently broken glass scattered around the mansion's rooftop. How did the glass end up in such a place? Did Miyata fall after breaking through the window of the fourth floor? Come to think of it, these pieces of glass were right above the falling spot in the study. Wait a second. If we were convinced that Miyata had fallen from the window of the fourth floor, but come to think of it, no one actually saw that moment. The falling spot was exactly below the study and the window was broken, so we naturally came to that same conclusion. But I need to abandon my first thoughts and start thinking from square one again. Tinulak siya sa ano? Tinulak siya doon sa bubong. Okay, glass. A piece of glass that fell in the study. This piece falling to the interior side means that Miyata didn't fall from the fourth floor. If the window would have been shattered, when he fell, the glass wouldn't have fallen to the interior of the study. The culprit probably broke the window beforehand and collected its fragments to drop them later at the same time. Let Miyata fall. The falling spot being right below the study and its window being broken led to the witnesses to believe incorrectly that Miyata had fallen from the study. The trick the criminal used is gradually becoming clearer. So the culprit actually dropped Miyata and the glass pieces from the roof, of course. But how did he drop Miyata from the roof? There are still other mysteries to solve. Okay, roof. Balik tayo dito. Phone. Conan descends from okay. Yan, kailangan kasi mahanap din natin yun eh. Basahin ko nga dito na iba pala eh. Footprint from Kunyo's to Izumi's house. Supposedly the truth is that they were made by someone who was walking backwards, and that was what felt unnatural about them. That reminds me, the victim had a phone with him. Right. Perhaps by using the cell phone, Miyata could have been thrown off from the roof at a predetermined time. Miyata was put to sleep beforehand with a drug or something. Then he was carried to the rooftop together with the glass from the broken window of the study. Up there, he was said to look like he had fallen from the roof. The pieces of the broken glass were then put over his body, and then Miyata was called by cell phone. I see. I figured out the trick the culprit used. Napaka ano naman nun. Kung ganun nga yung trick, napaka-elaborate naman masyado. Mobile phone hidden in the clock on the wall. By using this, the criminal controlled the timing of Miyata's fall. So, sino si Kunyo? Kailangan mahanap nga natin yun eh. Hindi natin kailangan. Dapat yung phone ang i-click ko eh. Kamali ko. Kailangan na lang natin yung dragon eh. Kailangan natin bumaba dito. Kailangan ma-trigger natin yung event dun sa dining room. Wala pa rin talaga. Asan kaya sila? Baka nagkamali nga ako ng procedure, guys. So, kung di natin ma-trigger in the last 10 minutes, end na natin yung episode, tapos oh dear. Pag di natin ma-trigger, uulitin ko na lang siya para next episode tuloy natin kung saan tayo, kung paano natin i-trigger. So, teka. Libot-libot muna ako. Meron na tayo 9 minutes eh. Check natin. Teka. Subukan na natin maglibot-libot muna. Kailangan kasi matrigger natin na bumalik na sila eh. Check natin yan. Ayun! Andito na sila. So, nice. Kala ko nasira yung game. Kala ko nalock na tayo. So, ayan. Lapin na natin. Ah, Conan. It looks like Ayumi has found potential clues. Please go and talk to her. At least nag-trigger ng maayos na. Conan, Ayumi found something strange. Go on and ask her now. Oh, Conan, I've been waiting for you. Actually, we went searching for the stones with animal figures throughout the island. But then, deep in the forest, I found these. Ayun, yung hinahanap natin. Nice. These are the same Mikey sneakers that Izumo had in his house. And these ones are scratched. Kyoko said that he was very sad because he had scratched the sneakers that he had just bought. However, the sneakers in the crime scene didn't have any scratches, and now we have a different pair of sneakers here. So this is the trick that the culprit used. Did you realize something? Thanks, these are definitely a good clue. Okay, we'll go find the remaining stone monuments. Isa na lang naman eh, dragon na lang eh. Okay, akala ko may ipit tayo sa game. Alright, let's go! Roger. Now, before I explain it to everyone, I must organize my thoughts first. Parang doon sa unang game. We came here with the intention of solving the mystery of the sisters, golden statue, but we ended up involved in an unexpected murder case. I review all the clues we have found so far. When we arrived to the island, we suddenly witnessed an incident. Miyata had fallen on the yard of the mansion. There was a piece of glass on the interior side of the study window on the 4th floor from which we thought Miyata had fallen from. If a window is broken through and the body falls outside, the glass should end up outside. The glass inside the room was cut beforehand, blown by wind. Other glass, cut beforehand. Yes, that glass was cut beforehand to make it look like it had broken when Miyata fell. He cut it inside the room and then he missed this piece when he recollected all the others. Then the culprit did this to the glass pieces. Throw away, drop outside, take to the rooftop. There are pieces of glass on the rooftop too. The culprit carried the glass to the rooftop. There's no other reason why there's glass there. At that time, Miyata actually fell from the rooftop. Kakaano lang natin sa kanya, kakasabi lang niya kanina eh. The obvious conclusion is that the pieces of glass have fallen from the rooftop at the same time as Miyata did. Nice. Akala ko matidisgrasya tayo so baka matatapos na natin to ngayon. The culprit probably put Miyata to sleep by giving him sleeping pills or something. Something similar. He then carried him to the rooftop and laid him down there. When Miyata woke up, he would immediately fall after making a move. He put the assembled glass pieces over Miyata and at the time of his falling, the glass would fall along with him. One can't know when Miyata would wake up after being put to sleep. To make him fall from the rooftop, just when we arrived to the mansion, the culprit controlled the timing by doing set a timer, make a phone ring, push him, make a phone ring. There was a phone inside one of the pockets of Miyata's coat. By making it ring, Miyata would wake up from his sleep and would try to take his phone. Then from that unstable rooftop, how did he make that mobile phone ring? Assuming that he would be a suspect to have an alibi at that time, that person did this. Pay phone call, set an alarm, on phone call. Set an alarm siguro. When the time came, Miyata's phone would ring by using its own alarm function. No. One could know that exact time at which we would arrive to the mansion. This is incorrect. Nagkamali tayo doon. Just according to the criminal's calculations, Seiichi was in the study at the time before because he greeted us. Was summoned. There was an email left in Seiichi's computer. It was Miyata who was summoning him. Seiichi used the communication with Miyata like that very often, so he responded to that letter and went to the study. Did the criminal who framed Seiichi know about their relationship? In other words, he knew about their summoning emails too. Now, I'm very sure who the criminal was aiming for. Alright, that's the gist of Miyata's case. I guess Seiichi was framed and the real culprit is somebody else. Regarding the first murder case of Izumu, let's see if Seiichi was the culprit or if that's not the case. How did the criminal manage to murder Izumu in that house which no one was able to enter or leave without leaving footprints? Kamali ko doon sa unang We found two pairs of Mikey's sneakers of the same size and model. One of them belonged to the real Izumu, while the other pair belonged to Izumu culprit Kogoro culprit. There's another pair of sneakers of the same model as Izumu's. The culprit bought those to switch them at some point with the real pair, as part of the trick that he used. Izumi was crazy about sneakers that he bought all the new models as they just came out. Despite this, he wore these Mikey sneakers that he had just bought and went out of the rain that day. On that rainy day. Although he had many others, why did he cover them with mud like that? They were cut. Show it to Kunio. He never left. He never left. Actually, Izumu never left his own house. We must come to that conclusion after looking at the state of the crime scene. With this, we've solved one more mystery. There were two types of footprints on the crime scene. First, the ones going from Kunio's house to Izumu's house. The owner of those footprints was Izumu, Seiichi, other person. It's possible that these were left by Izumu or Seiichi. They were made by another person. In other words, these footprints were left by the criminal. If those footprints were made by the culprit, there are many riddles to solve. There are only footprints entering Izumu's house. If there really was somebody else besides Seiichi, then that criminal escaped by doing this. Walking backwards. Sabi nga niya, naano niya kanina yan eh. Walking backwards out by the roof, walk in rain. Ayan. There are two types of footprints on the ground. One of those had an average center of gravity, while the other set had its center of gravity on the tips of its toes. This difference means that the person was walking backwards. Lalagpas na tayo sa oras, guys, pero okay lang. Patapos na eh. It looked like those footprints were left while walking towards the house, but they actually were left while going away from it. This is the trick that the criminal used to escape from Izumi's house. At the crime scene, there was also some footprints surrounding the house and then coming back to the entrance. It's hard to imagine a reason why Izumi or Seiichi needed to do this. So maybe those footprints were left by the culprit too. The criminal left those footprints to attach mud, check footprints, practice. Ayan, malamang, practice. That's it. To practice how to walk backwards. The culprit took a walk around the yard. Wrong, the footprints would show that he was walking backwards. Another trick that the culprit used. But why of all things did he buy some Mikey sneakers? Even in Izumi's house, there are cheap shoes. Why did he thought about wearing Mikey sneakers on a rainy day, even though he knew that such a thing would raise suspicion? They're famous. They're fitted, not worn down. Since the way each person walks has certain peculiarities. The way in which the shoe soles worn down varies from person to person. If one has worn a pair of shoes long enough, even if another pair of the same model is bought, by looking at its shoes, one can easily tell who is the owner of each of them. Because of this, the criminal had to buy the most recent pair that Izumi had, so he chose the Mikey sneakers that Izumi hadn't worn much. With this, the gist of this case is now clear. I'll gather everyone and I'll solve the case. Eto na naman, nice! Tatapusin na natin. Ran, the uncle has solved the mystery. Huh? What's the matter? Conan, Satomi has gone to meet Seiichi. Huh? You just came back, right? It seems that Kunio had found Seiichi, but since he believed that my brother was innocent, he asked him to take shelter in an unoccupied house in the outskirts of the village. Kunio also asked my sister if she wanted to say something to my brother. Then he arranged a secret meeting between them, so the police would not find out. That means that Satomi, yep, she went to meet my brother. Di maganda yun. I'm so glad that your brother is safe. Now, if we could prove Seiichi's innocence. This is terrible. Satomi is in great danger. Huh? Is there something wrong, Conan? I'll go meet Seiichi too. Huh? You can't, Conan. It's a secret meeting. But earlier, I saw some policemen in a hurry going to the village for something. Oh no, could it be that they have found them? That's awful. I'll go and inform them immediately. Wait! Ran, we must go too. Crap, paano to? Patapos na dapat eh. Next episode na lang guys, sige. Hindi natin alam kung saan sila nagpunta eh. So, sige. Dapat patapos na yan. Next episode na lang. At least na-trigger ko yung event na kailangan natin. Okay. Kaya Sean Velosa signing off guys. Next episode na lang ulit.